reading was honestly one of the, I don't know if you've like done this before or taken training from me before, one of the best that I've heard from someone who I'm assuming is brand new. Like literally one of the best. Top 10 easily. The one critique that I have, and it's so minor that I probably shouldn't even mention it. It's like, this is what the critique is going to do for you. Ready? It's going to bring you from a 15% yes rate on appointments to like a 16.5, 17% yes rate. Okay. That's all it's going to do. When you say, just want to see if you had 5 minutes to see if I could share an idea with you on, like, just want to see if you have 5 minutes, maybe Tuesday or Thursday. The way that you say it is, just wanted to see if you had 5 minutes on Tuesday or Thursday so I could share an idea with you. That's how you said it, right? Now, I want you to listen to this very subtle difference, okay? Again, 15%, 16.5, maybe 17, something like that. The way that I say it is, hey, this is Kenny from XYZ Marketing Company out of New York. Can you hear me okay? Yes, great. The reason for the call is we help businesses generate more revenue from the internet. Now, listen, just want to see if you had 5 minutes, maybe Tuesday or Thursday, so I could share an idea with you. There's a huge difference between just want to see if you had 5 minutes Tuesday or Thursday so I could share an idea with you, and just want to see if you had 5 minutes, maybe Tuesday or Thursday, so I could share an idea with you. The way that I'm saying it is, it's like, it's kind of like if my stepson, 10 years old, he came up to me and he said, got $1? It's like, it's just $1. Like, it's whatever. Like, not showing my freaking thing here. Hang on a second. All right. So, I don't even need to show my thing yet because we're just going to go right on the internet and just do it from there. I just want to make sure that all of my stuff is closed because I did promise you guys that no one's going to know. No one's going to know about the recordings and stuff. So I want to make sure that all that's closed. Okay, cool. All right, let's share that. And then we should be good to go. All right, so I don't know what lesson this is. Let's check though, because I got to say that at the beginning of the thing. All right, lesson 3, stealing, quote unquote, Facebook ads from your competitors. And secondary note, why we never, ever, 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 ever guess. If you have data and you're guessing, that's not smart. It's just not smart. If you don't have data and you're guessing, okay, I get it. But if you have data and you're guessing, I'll give you an example, right? Launch your products on Warrior Plus. Okay, I don't do that anymore. I launched my last product a couple months ago or a month ago, whatever it was. But whatever, when I did that, do you think that I just randomly created a funnel? No, I knew exactly what was going where. Why? Because I had the data from like 35,000 previous launches that I did. I'm exaggerating, but a lot of over 100 other launches that I've done. that showed what I needed to do. Like, I know that email coaching converts really well. I know that done for you leads and done for you sales, that done for you campaigns, that converts really well. I know that the 100% partnership program, that converts really well. But guess what? I know that 100% partnership program first doesn't convert very well. Why? Because I tried it. It sucked. I have the data to prove it. So why would I guess? I'm not going to sit here and try to put that number one and see what happens. I have the data to back it up. And I have the data of everyone else to back it up too. Now, again, I'm not here to brag. And usually when I do that, it's like a preface for me bragging. But there's a reason why everyone uses the same funnel that I use. Because I've been there since 2007 and they know the data. They know that it works. It's just that simple. They know that it works. Okay. And you can ask Mike and Shane the same thing. I mean, they'll tell you the same exact thing. They know that my funnel works. It works every single time because I don't, it's not because I'm smart. I'm not. I'm an idiot. I dropped out of high school when I was 15. But I understand that if something worked 40 times in the past, 41 is not much of a gamble. Like, it's probably going to happen again, right? If something failed 20 times in the past, 21 ain't much of a gamble. It's probably going to happen again. So, I just play the odds that way. So when we're running Facebook ads, the same thing holds true. I am not going to guess at what I need to do. I'm going to take the data that's already there and just use it. There are so much of it out there that I don't need to sit here and play games. That's why everyone can do this. Literally anybody can do this. Now, again, we're not talking about running ads to webinars. We're not talking about running ads to digital products. We're not talking about running ads for a free book funnel and paid free plus shipping. We're not talking about that kind of stuff. We're talking about the pizza place, the roofer, the chiropractor, the doctor, the dentist, the gym, the martial arts, the hair salon. We're talking about that type of stuff. Local businesses, right? So here's the way that I do it. It's very simple. I do it the same exact way for every single one of my clients. This is how I run the trial. If this works, I put them on at $1,500 a month with ad spend included at $5 a day. That's all you need. You don't need any more than that. And if it doesn't work, then I just tell them it doesn't work and we can't do it. Simple as that. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. So what we do first is we spy and steal everyone else's ad. Okay. We spy on everybody and we steal their ad. So Domino's Pizza, we're going to go into the Domino's Pizza page. Let me just stop that video. I don't know why that happens sometimes. Every once in a while, someone's video will just pop up. Domino's Pizza. This used to be really hard, but now it's like stupid easy and it's all over the place because Mark Zuckerberg went to Congress and he was, I didn't watch most of it, but it was really funny trying to like listening to him like trying to explain how Facebook works to 95-year-old senators. It was hysterical. But because of all that, they have this transparency thing now. So I go in here on the Domino's Pizza page. Now remember, this is for a pizza client, right? Local pizza place. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do see more on page transparency. Now I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom and I'm going to click on ads library or ad library. Okay. And I'm just going to like look at, get a feel for the data, right? I'm not going to sit here and do anything like scientific. I'm not trying to solve climate change. I'm just sitting here like getting a feel for it, right? So I'm sitting here, there's pizza everywhere. First thing there's pizza freaking everywhere on this page, right? Pizza, pizza, pizza in a box, pizza cut up, pizza boxes, pizza, pizza, pizza. I think that's another pizza place. More pizza, price and pizza, like that one. Price and pizza, pizza, pizza in a box with some side dish. Good. Now, that's all the data I need. It's all in my head. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close that out, go back one. Pizza Hut, perfect. Not as big as Domino's, but whatever. I'm going to go in here, page transparency, see more once my page stops freezing. There we go. Go to library. Now, again, I'm just getting a feel for the data. Not sitting here doing any scientific research, just getting a feel for it, not spending hours here. Notice a pattern. Pizza, 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 pizza and a price, pizza and a price, pizza, pizza and a price, the Pizza Hut logo, which is no use for me, pizza and a price, and some dude in a car. Okay, that's actually a girl in a car, but whatever. All right, so notice the pattern. Now we're going to go back to the ads library again. Sorry, we're not going to go back to the ads library. We're going to go back to another pizza place, and we're going to just check a couple more. So we have, you always want to go, by the way, too, I should have said this before. We always want to go to pages for this, right? So Papa John's, the bigger ones. These guys are spending a lot of money on Facebook ads. So these are really good people to look at because they're investing tons of money, right? If they're not making money from it, then, you know, if it's up there, they're making money from it. Okay. So again, no scientific data, just a feel for it. Pizza, 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 pizza. I'm also noticing a red theme here, right? Pizza and a price, pizza and a price, pizza, pizza and a price, pizza and a price. Okay, we get it now? We good? Okay, good. Now, that's my Facebook ad. Do we need to know more, or like, is that, are we good? That's my ad. Like, that's it. That's the ad right there, okay? All of this stuff is meaningless. I mean, we could take a look. Run, crawl, walk, drive, fly, kayak, whatever it takes. Right now, Papa John's, one large pizza, $7 when you pick it up in stores. Shop now, shop now, shop now. That's the other thing I want to look at, like what the buttons say, because that's kind of important. As far as that is concerned, like the copy, that really doesn't mean anything. Okay, so we get out of that. Done, done. Okay, now I'm going to show you what my image looks like. Now, is anyone going to be surprised when I show you what the image looks like? You guys want to take a guess in the chat box? You can if you want to. This is a business use for your kayak. Take the client to Papa John's. Yeah. Well, there's my ad. I mean, it's not like rocket science, guys. It's not that hard. That's my ad. If Domino's is doing it, Pizza Hut's doing it, Papa John's is doing it, Howie's is doing it, that's the ad I'm going to use. Very, very, very simple. You can run this in Canva, which is what I do, or you can have someone do it on Fiverr or whatever. I'm not going to show you how to create the image, but it's just the image of a pizza that I got off of Pixabay, put it on a background, and wrote this freaking font in there. That's it. Okay. So that's the ad. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to here and I'm going to actually run the ad for someone. I'm not actually going to run the ad, but I'm going to show you how to get the ad all set up. Now, remember, this is running for a client of yours, right? So this is running an ad for a client. This is not running an ad for you. This is running an ad for a client. Okay, so campaign. The campaign is what you want. I'm not going to go into details about this because you don't need to know them, and I don't know them, so I can't even tell you. The campaign is what you want. The best advice I can give you about campaign ad sets and ads, tell Facebook, be honest with them. Don't try to trick them. They want you to succeed, okay? I know that Mark Zuckerberg is like this evil, like crazy alien guy who's like wants to go to the moon or whatever, but really he just wants to make a shit ton of money. And the only way he does that is if you do well, right? If your ads fail, he's not going to make money because you're not going to be paying him anymore. So he wants to help people make as much money with their ads as possible, because the more ads that are successful, the more money he's going to make, right? If you're turning $1 into $4, you're going to stay with him. If you're turning $1 into 25 cents, you're going to leave. Let me open up my beverage. Okay. Oh, wow. Sprite. Very sweet. All right, so objective, just tell them what you want. Okay, so I'm going to choose traffic. We're not with local businesses. I don't get into custom conversions. I don't get into like any of that stuff. I really don't. I don't even use it ever. So it's just traffic for everything. Sometimes, every once in a while, hang on a second here. Every once in a while, I will use lead gen, but it's very, very, usually I don't. Okay, usually I don't use lead gen. Yes, Sprite is very sugary and it's very, very sweet, but I don't have any of my seltzer left, so I have to use it. Yeah, I'm trying to just, there we go. Guys, I'm sorry that I'm like muting you, but I get feedback in my microphone if your mic is on. I know it's an accident most of the time, but it is what it is. Sometimes I use video views, sometimes I use lead gen, but 99% of the people that I work with, traffic. That's it. Very simple. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we can name it something, and then we're just going to go continue. we can name the ad set something if we want. I'm not going to go into that. Just write the name of it, like whatever it is. Okay. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in here and set our budget for $5 a day. Okay, sorry, I got a text message there. We're going to do a $5 a day budget, and then we are going to do our targeting. All right. So we don't really do much targeting here when it comes to demographics and stuff. I mean, you can if you want to, but I usually don't. The only time I'll do targeting is if it's something that requires some sort of income, right? So this example, we're using pizza. If it was something like a real estate agency or something that sells, yeah, I live on Long Island, so it's a little bit different. But if like we're selling real estate like in the Hamptons or something, I'll do like an income qualification or something like that. But for the most part, if it's like a pizza place or like a diner or a restaurant or a nail salon or something, I'm not even going to go into that. My main focus is going to be location. So I'm going to come down here and let's just assume that the pizza place is right there. And I'm going to show you guys something really important. Okay. Right there. It's on the corner of those two streets. Okay. This is really important. You have to use common sense when you're doing your, like, I don't know what this is called, like the circle, the width, like the mileage, right? You have to use common sense on where, how long people are going to travel for something. So here's the example that I always give when I'm teaching this kind of stuff. No one's going to travel 10 miles to get a slice of pizza. Now, that's true. That's true in a metropolitan area, right? Like here where I live on Long Island, there's a pizza place on every other corner. So I'm not traveling. Like I'm going to La Porta Pizza. I'm 5 minutes down the road, Nash Stroke, and I'm not going far. So I'm not, I'm not traveling to Riverhead to get pizza, which is an hour away. I'm not doing that, right? If you live in the country, rural area, whatever, which I would love to do, and I will do in the next 8 years. But if something like that is different. But for the most part, in a local area, people are going to travel to the closest place. Okay. So with pizza, I'm going to set this at like 2 miles. Okay. So I'm going to go like 2 miles like that. Whoops. Why is that not working? Hang on a second. Why is it not letting me go down? Oh, I don't know why that was happening, but it is what it is. I'm trying to get to, well, it's, okay, 3, whatever, good enough. I don't care. Okay, so we're going to have 3 mile radius because it's pizza. People are not going to travel for that. Now, on the other hand, if you have a car dealership, people will travel for that. If you have a lawyer that's very, very highly rated, reviews come first, but everyone's ignoring me about that one. If you have a lawyer that is very highly rated, highly regarded as one of the best family law attorneys in the state or whatever, then they'll travel 20 miles for that guy, 25 miles for that girl, whatever it is, right? So you have to use common sense with that. Same thing with like a roofing contractor. If it's a bigger ticketed item or something that's really important, they'll travel further for it. If it's not something that's really important, like pizza is not really that important, right? It's just not, it's food. And it's kind of not healthy food either. It's like garbage, but whatever, it's good. They won't travel very far. Okay, so we're going to leave the age. We're going to leave all that. Demographic is fine. Language fine. People fine. That's all of that is good. The daily budget is fine. Everyone good with, let me know. Everyone good with targeting. That's our targeting right there. Everyone good with targeting. Very, very, very simple. Okay, good. Everyone's good with targeting. Nice. Okay, that is our targeting. Next, continue. Okay, this is all going to be screwed up because it's on my Facebook page, but whatever. Image, video, and that's pretty much it. Almost every ad that I do is image. I would say probably 80%. Okay. Video is going to be usually a results-based video. So again, I don't. We're going to go back like probably 5 hours, but remember Billy Mays, remember Horton, remember Graziosi. Remember how their videos were result, 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 thing. Result, 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 thing. Result, 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 thing, right? That's how it was. If I'm going to run a Facebook ad with a video, it's going to like pizza. This pizza is amazing. This pizza is the best in town. Come to this pizza place. It's amazing. The servers are great. Here's the offer. So it's result, 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 offer. That's the video, okay? And usually I'm not going to run that. But if I am going to run a video, that's going to be the video, okay? Most of the time it's going to be images. All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to do our text. How do we do our text, ladies and gentlemen? The Sprite is really nasty. How do we do our text? What do we do for our text? Oh, actually, I like this one better. We steal Papa John's text. Yep, I'm that guy. I am that guy. I'm telling you to copy and paste Papa John's text into your ad. I am that guy. That's me. But we're not going to leave it like this. We're going to copy it and paste it in there, and then we're going to change it around a little. Whatever it takes. Right now at Papa John's, order one large topping pizza for just $7 when you pick it up in stores. Bike, hike, walk, run, crawl, or steal your grandma's car. Whatever it takes. Right now at ABC Pizza, you get a free pie when you order whatever the offer is, right? I'm making it off the top of my head. When you order anything off the dinner menu starting today. So as Oprah once kind of said, you get a pie. You get a pie. You get a pie. What's funny is that this will kind of work actually. Okay, there you go. That's my ad. All right, so we're gonna go. I'm just gonna put my website in here. This is literally the only thing I use my website for, is to like just do demonstrate. Like my website is so stupid. I should probably fix it at some point. Headline. Nice picture of me. Headline. You get eye on us starting today. What did they say? Shop? We'll use get offer. I love that one. Okay. I got to change that image. Okay, I got to pause this for a second. I'm going to stop this. And the reason why I'm going to stop that is because that image is in my download section, and I have no idea what's in my download section. Listen, don't judge me. I know some of you are back there judging me in the background. Don't do that. All right, so I got my image uploaded. I'm going to start this puppy back up. Michael, listen, you never know, man. You never know. Wait, did it work? Yeah, but why is it not cropping though? Huh. I want to get rid of that. Oh, I know why it's not doing it. That's why. Okay, there we go. All right, now we have our image. Oh, that is freaking beautiful. Look at that. How awesome is that, right? How long did that take me? Like 37.5 seconds. All right, cool. So what I do here is I kind of just like write in some text like this. Watch. Why is that not going down? Okay, like that. Then I do that. Oh, that ain't gonna work. I did that in the wrong spot. Never mind. All right, so I'm just gonna leave that there for a second. I'm gonna delete it in a minute, but okay. So we have app events, offline events. Good, 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 good. I check the different feeds just to make sure. Oh, sometimes I amaze myself. Mobile marketplace. Eek, I don't like that one, but whatevs. It's all good. Mobile news feed is the important one, and desktop news feed is the important one. Those two things are important. You know, those are the things that really like you want to look at. Okay, those are the ones that really matter. Okay, so the reason why, just so you guys know, the reason why I write this here like this is just to see what this headline looks like on top of it. Because sometimes I like just kind of leaving that something that's like really basic, or sometimes I like writing a lot of copy in there, right? So like sometimes I'll just leave it, or sometimes I'll write like, come in and order anything off the menu, get a free pie, just like that. Okay. Or sometimes I'll write something a little bit bigger than that. It doesn't really matter. Or sometimes I'll write basic. So that's pretty awesome. Okay. And then the next thing I do is I confirm it. My Facebook ad is done. That's it. Now, the one thing that I will go over with you guys too is, remember before we were going over the funnel, the two-step funnel where we had the offer page up front and the thank you page in the back. I'm going to have an opt-in form here. So I'm going to have this page here. Where the hell is it? Right here. This is going to be an opt-in form, right? When I go to that page. After the opt-in form is going to be a phone number to call. And then that phone number is going to be a tracking number. So they're going to be, I'm going to say, like, to get this offer, to get the free thing, to get the free slice. Well, I put pie and it says slice in the image. Whatever. I'm just demonstrating how to do it. But when I go in there and I'm going to say, call us and, you know, to get the free offer or whatever. Like, I'm going to have something on that page that says you have to call in order to get this free offer. That way I'll be able to track how many people actually go through my funnel and get results for that person. Because then I don't even need them, right? This pizza place, I don't even need their, like, I don't even need them. I can go into my call tracking thing and just be like, listen, I ran Facebook ads for this pizza place. We got 47 million calls for $5, like whatever, right? I could show them in the call tracking thing. I could just show them how many calls I got. So that's cool to do. I could also show them the traffic to the website, the opt-ins, everything. All right, so that is how we run Facebook ads for clients. Anybody have questions on that? Let's take a look and see real quick. You have to select a page to be able to use the ad creator, but you need access to client's fan page, which I'm sure Kenny will go over, so I will leave it to him so I don't. I'm not really sure what you guys are asking. Why is he referring to Kenny? Because I'm just, your clients, the landing page will go there. So I went through the funnel that I create, and I told you in the members area, there'll be a tech walkthrough, and there'll also be, you could download my share funnel if you want to. That's all going to be in there. So you don't have to worry about actually creating the pages. I'll just give you, or you can look at my funnel and you can duplicate it on WordPress. If you don't have ClickFunnels or you don't want to get ClickFunnels, because that's what I use. You can use lead pages, you can use WordPress, you can use whatever. You could just duplicate it. You could look at it and duplicate it. But right now, I'm just showing you how to actually do the targeting, create the ad, and like why I have a pizza slice in here. It's not by accident, right? I have this ad created the way it is because of what the other ads say. I'm not, if I just came in here and say, yeah, the right way to write copy is bike, hike, walk, run, crawl, or steal your grandmother's car, whatever it's. If I just said that, you'd be like, this dude's crazy. I'm saying that because that's what Papa John's doing, right? I'm not copying their ad. I'm just modeling their kind of like framework or process in the copy, right? So, you know, that's why I'm doing that. As far as my website, because I'm just putting a website in there so you guys can see what it looks like. Do I ever split test? What phone number do you use? I'll answer that one first. I use a call tracking number. On call, I use a website called Callfire. I don't. You guys might have heard of it before. It's pretty popular. I think I've been using them forever. But I use Callfire, and I just have a tracking number for each client, and I just use that. And that's it. Do we use the client's business manager for ad campaigns or ours? You use theirs. You never use your own. You use theirs. I mean, I'm using my own here just to show you how to do it, but you use theirs. Now go ahead and ask the question. You can ask it. Go ahead. He was talking about running ads. If you could change the site you're directing them to in the ad, you can put whatever you want in there. It doesn't matter. Shouldn't we be referring the folks to the client's website? Yes, I'm giving a demonstration on how to do it. Just give them a phone number on the landing page. No, you have to get them to opt in first. Two results in one. You build a list and you get the phone number at the same time, and you get the phone call. So you get double the results with one person. So shouldn't we be referring to? Yes, John. I'm showing you an example. How do we track the result of your ad again? We do it by a call tracking number and opt-in and an opt-in. So and you're also going to be looking at the statistics on the ad. So you'll be able to see inside the ads manager what the statistics are. But I'm going to be able to look after a couple of days and say, okay, we got 100 visits to the landing page. We have 45 opt-ins or 35 opt-ins, and we have 25 people that took you up on the offer. Simple, right? And I'm making those numbers up, but that's I'll be able to show them the statistics. So even if we have a 10-day trial, we only use Facebook, the business's Facebook ad account. Yes, you only use the Facebook businesses. You only use that. You use their ad account to run their ads. Can we do Facebook ads to get leads for our business? Sure. Sure. I mean, like I said, Pamela, I wouldn't do it for a very long time. But I wouldn't. Out of the 1,500, what is the max you would allocate to ad? $5 a day. That's all I do. That's all you need. You don't need any more than $5 a day. And $1,500 is just I mean, you can go up or down with the price with that. That's what I charge for a majority of my people that I work with, but you don't have to charge that. You could. It depends on who you're working with. You have to be able to justify the fee. That's the most important thing. If you can't justify your fee, you're screwed. So with a pizza place, or a diner, or a nail salon, or a barber shop, or the majority of the people that I work with, $1,500 that you that's a lot of money to justify. You know what I mean? With a lawyer, though, charge $5,000 a month if you want. You could justify that easily, right? So it really depends. Yeah, I knew that was coming, Dave. That's what I was. When I said before, go ahead and ask the question. It's all right. You can ask it. I was waiting for someone to say, well, how do you get the Facebook ad account for the business? Does anyone want to guess on how you do that? Someone give me an example on how you do it. If someone wants to open up their microphone, you can. Give me an example of how you would ask for the Facebook ad account thing. Yeah, Walter understands. Tony obviously understands. But Tony's a good dude. He knows what he's doing. ER, yep, just ask. Bill, ask, yes. Yeah. So the answer to the question is you ask for it, and that's the correct answer. That it is the correct answer. I hate to nitpick, but I'm going to nitpick a little bit. That is the right answer, but technically, I'm not asking. Listen, I'm running your Facebook ads, right? We understand that. We're on the same page. What's your face? Give me access. It's not about asking. It's about just this is something that we have to do. It's kind of like when it's the same example I was giving before when I was when I train mortgage people or even car salespeople or whatever. they tense up when you got to get a social security number. Do you honestly think that somebody in this world thinks that they could buy a house without running their credit? They're expecting you to ask that question. They're expecting you to run their credit report. They know it's happening. It has to happen. But when you start saying things like, the data breach, and I'm never going to do this, I'll shred the paperwork, we have FCC compliance, blah, 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 then they get all freaked out, right? That's why one person said, can they, you can give me limited access. I'm not mentioning any of that because I'm not even I'm not even planting that seed. I'm running your Facebook campaigns. Set me up with the damn access. I mean, it's like, that's the way you do it. So the correct answer, yes, you just ask them to do it. And believe it or not, most of you, I think, will be shocked when you do this. When you ask them for it, what happens? They give it to you for the most part. Because again, they understand that you're running their Facebook ads. So you need it. Right? You need it. All right. If you don't ask, you will never get anywhere. Yes, that is true. Here was my question. Do you do need to ask the business to provide the offer for the ad, any pictures or any video? That's a really good question, Emmanuel. That's a really, really good question. I'm trying to think of how I answer this question without freaking everybody out. Do you need to ask the business to provide the offer? That's the one I'm really focused on. I don't care about the pictures or the video because I don't ask them to do that for the majority of cases, unless I'm doing, like I said before, unless I'm doing like a Dean Graziosi, Mays, or Horton type video where I'm doing result offer. If I'm doing that, then I need the results from the business. But for the most part, I'm doing images, and I don't ask them for any permission on that because I'm modeling what else is out there. The offer is an interesting one, though, because believe it or not, I do allow the business to have some input in what the offer is going to be, but I don't usually ask them. So that's kind of like the sticking point. Your question was, do I ask them? Usually, no, I don't. What I'll do is I'll say, this is what I've come up with, and this is what I believe is going to convert the best for your type of business in your area. As long as it's okay with you, we'll start running the ad tomorrow morning. Like and this is why I'm trying to think of how to answer this without freaking everybody out. I don't want you to think that I sit down at a conference table and say, okay, let's draw out an offer and let's go on a whiteboard. Let's offer this and throw in a free Coke. I come up with the offer. You have to be the Facebook ad guy, right? The girl at the restaurant or the guy behind the counter, they don't come up to you and say, okay, well, let's talk about how we're going to make this pizza. Throw me some suggestions on how to knead the dough. They don't do that. They're the pizza people. They're supposed to know how to do it, right? Now, you may say throw some mushrooms on there, or let me have a little pepperoni or whatever, but you're not going to go back there and start cooking the thing with them, right? So it's the same thing here. I let them have input on what the offer is going to be, and I always get approval before I run the ad, right? But I don't sit down with them and discuss what the offer should be. I'm the marketing guy. My job is to get people in the store, right? So hopefully that explains it for you. That's a really good question, though. A really, really good question. We will make custom images and come up with some offers for you to choose from. No, shouldn't we be discussing this offer during the 5-minute chat? No, we shouldn't. Yeah, see, Tony again. Tony's kind of nailing it. You're using a model that is working already. So no. The answer to that question is no. And what Tony said too, he didn't really expand on it, but I will expand on it for him. You're using the model like Tony said, and you're using that model as justification for why you're doing it, right? So I'm not just going to go into a pizza place and be like, yeah, screw it. We're running a promotion for $7 pies today because I just feel like it. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say the best offer that I came up with that I think is going to work the best for your business in your area is a $7 pie with this image. Why? Because Papa John's, Domino's, and Pizza Hut are all doing the same thing and they're killing it. Follow the leader, dude. Let's roll, right? That's my justification for coming up with the offer. And I will openly tell people, listen, I'm not a genius. I just follow people who are. That's it, right? I'm not sitting here making this stuff up as I go along. I'm just taking what has worked in the past for others and myself, and I'm just using it over and over again. That's all. But I'm not sure there would be some businessman who thinks he has some picture you have to use in some video. Emmanuel, do you have a microphone? Because this would be a good lesson to go over with people. Stu, the email is going to always go to them. It's not going to go to you. It's always going to go to them. I think that's what you're asking. If you're not, just rephrase it a little bit, but I think that's what you're asking. Okay, so I don't think Emmanuel has a microphone. He's going to check it again. Okay, the reason why I ask you, this is a good question. What you wrote is really good, and I wanted to kind of role play it out for you so that the audience can hear how I would react to something like that. But if you can't do it, then that's okay. I'll just kind of do it myself, which is a little weird and a little hard, but it is what it is. So as you guys can read, Emmanuel said, but I'm sure there would be some businessman who thinks that he has some picture you have to use and some video that he thinks is best for the ad. Have you encountered anyone like that, and how do you deal with it? The answer is yes. You encounter that all the time. And the way that you deal with it is this. You give them basically three options, right? The first way that I deal with it is I kind of just say to them, you know what, honestly, man, based on my experience and research, I don't think that's going to work very well. So why don't we just try it my way? If it doesn't work, then we'll switch it over, but I think it's probably going to work. If he still pushes back, like that's the first attempt. That's the first toss of the cornhole bag into the board. If that slides off the back, then the next thing we do is we get a little harder. And we say, listen, we have three options. And there's only three options. Number one, we go with the way that I want to do it. When it works, you thank me. Number two, we go with the way you want to do it. When it doesn't work, you don't blame me. Number three, we don't do business together. Pick one. And then don't say anything until they answer. Because here's what happens, right? And you guys know this. You guys, whether you have clients or not, you know this. Because listen, it's going to happen to people in this group. People that are here right now are going to do exactly what I am about to say. People do it with digital products all the time. People do it on webinars all the time. People do it with Facebook ads, clients, SEO, everything. What they do is that guy is going to take his video, force me to run it, even though I told him it doesn't work. He's going to force me to run it. When it fails, he's going to say, you suck at Facebook ads. I want a refund. That's what he's going to say, right? There's people in this group right now who are listening to my voice, who are live with me right now, that are going to come to me tomorrow or tonight and say, I didn't do any phone calls. I didn't do the recording of the script. I didn't write down any of the worksheets. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't do my Powerbase. I didn't do the emails. I didn't do the Facebook posts. I didn't do anything. The training sucks. It doesn't work. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? So here's the deal. If somebody tells me I want you to run my video, listen, you have three choices. I run your video, and when it sucks, don't blame me. I run my ad, and when it works, you thank me, or we don't do business together. Simple as that. Pick one and deal with it. That's it. Okay? Now, I may sound, and you guys have to work on personality a little bit. So just be aware of that. I have a very, very, very unique personality where I will say exactly what I just said in the tone, pace, and structure that I said it right to someone's face. And I have no problem doing it at all. Okay. That's what happens when you grow up in the Stratton Oakmont environment. You get like that. I'm not being nasty to people. I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I'm not going to get run over by people either. Right? And I'm not desperate for a deal. And I think that's a big problem with a lot of people in this business is that they're so desperate for a deal, they'll take that and then they'll get smacked around. Listen, the video sucks. If the video's great, the video's great. If I think it's going to work, dude, great idea, man. Let's try it and see if it works, right? Why not? But if I know it's not going to work, I'm not going to set myself up to get slaughtered based on somebody else's work. That's a great question, though. That's a really, really good question. Okay. Optimally, you want the lead to go to you and the client at the same time, so you have proof of the leads as well. Well, you will have proof of the leads. So you can set it up. I shouldn't even tell you guys this. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. You can set it up where they get, you have to use like Zapier hooks and stuff, but I have coders that can do it. You can set it up where they go to 2 places at one time if you want to. You don't really have to though, because of the Facebook pixel, right? Which we're not really going to go over because you don't even need to use it, to be honest with you. But you're going to have access to the person's autoresponder while you're running the ads. So what you're going to do is just take screenshots of it to show the proof. Now, the other side of it is you can use the Facebook pixel. So you have a Facebook pixel on the opt-in form. You have a Facebook pixel on the the hell's it called? On the thank you page, right? You set up a custom conversion on the thank you page, you set up the pixel on the first page, and then you just track the custom conversions through your ads manager. You put like a $1 thing on it or whatever, and you just track it through there, and that's your proof. Okay, that's the other way to do it. But the easiest way to do it is just when you have access to it, as they're coming in, just take screenshots of it. Hopefully, this is going to be an ongoing service, so we plan to use different offers every month. Negative, Central. You do not use different offers every month, John. You use the offer that works all the time. So I will run this offer literally to death for months and months and months at a time. Now, am I going to change? You know, is it possible sometimes? Maybe the free slice is the Tuesday deal, right? Maybe the free soda is the Thursday deal. Maybe we have like a special promotion for pasta night. I know a pizza place by me that I have as a client. Not actually, it's about 20 minutes from my house, but they're one of my clients. They have a pasta and they have a chicken night. 2 nights of the week they serve like pasta where you can get $8, you eat pasta till you're dead, and chicken the same thing on another night. So we heavily promote that on those nights, like the day before that and the day of, we promote that like crazy, and then the chicken night, and then we do that. So the other thing that we do too with the pasta and chicken nights is this is a little backdoor Facebook ad hackish stuff. What we do is sometimes we will target the people that visited but didn't show up. So this is really tricky, and I probably shouldn't even go into this in this detail, but this is a little tricky. So you really have to be in good with client to do this. So here's how it works. We have a retargeting, the retargeting pixel on the opt-in page, okay, for pasta night, chicken night, or whatever. It has to be a specific night, like a specific thing on a certain night. Then what we do is all the people that that landed on the opt-in page but didn't take us up on the offer, we'll retarget them when it's not chicken night with an ad that says we'll honor the chicken night price on the other night specifically for them. That's like, I don't want to say it's shady because it's completely legal and completely ethical, but it's like a little like backdoorish, like, you know, it's a little weird, but it works really well. I mean, it's one of those things where if you have a client, pizza place, Chinese restaurant, Mexican place, Spanish, like whatever, like the place that cooks the steak in front of you and throws like rice at you, whatever they're called. If you have places like that, if they have a dead night on like a Wednesday or something, you run that little scheme that I just showed you with the retargeting of the chicken night. I mean, you'll fill that place up in like 2 seconds. It's really easy to do, and it works really well. But you have to be in like really good with the client, because if the client's not keeping track of who's taking them up on the offer, you can run retargeting ads to the wrong people, and that sucks. All right. just hop on the webinar from cell phone and roll. I don't know what that means. The office manager wants me to leave so they can close up shop. Walt, I don't know how much longer, to be honest with you. We're getting done with this right now. So watch this. Ready? I'm going to officially end it. And that is the end of that lesson. Now I know where to edit my video. Okay. Actually, I don't even need to go into this with you guys. Facebook ads, stupid simple Facebook ads for everybody. We just kind of went through this whole thing. So just so you guys know, you guys probably all know this because I literally just said it. Campaigns, what you want to happen. Ad sets, how much and who. Ads, images, stuff like that. Okay. People, how to target. So this is more for like, if you guys want to run ads for your business, right? What would you, as far as targeting goes, like how would you target for your Facebook ad business or your review business or whatever? How would you target for that? So the way that I would do it, hang on a second. Let's go back into here. So like the first thing is, it's like literally the same thing. So we're gonna go to Bird Eye and go in here, go to transparency, ad library. Okay, so for my review business, this is what's working. I'm not changing it. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use what Bird Eye is using. Okay, it's very simple. An image like that. That's image. I don't even know what that is. An image like that. An image like that one I really like. 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 So there you go. Like that's, they have a customer driven thing too. I don't know where that is. But they have like they have an ad that says like customer driven marketing or something. That's really good. That one's good too. I like that. Drive revenue with reviews. I like that one. That's a webinar. Get reviews automatically. That's a good one. More reviews equals more customers. So, okay, you guys kind of get the idea. I can't find the one that I was looking for. There's one that says like customer driven something. And it just really caught, last time I was looking for ads to run, it really caught my eye. I can't find it though. But you guys get the picture. Like I'm going to take it's all the same crap, guys. I'm going to take the picture like that, right? I'm going to create it in Canva. I'm going to get back to my ad thing, wherever the hell it is. There we go. And then I'm going to do like, whoops, damn it. USA, United States. Okay, we'll just do United States for now. You can do like United States, Canada, whatever. So now I'm just going to try to like target things. A lot of this stuff is not like, isn't like targetable, right? So even though Bird Eye has a page, they're not like targetable. So then I'll go to like famous people. So who follows, like Grant Cardone is like a big business dude who tries to be a sales trainer, but he's pretty terrible at it. I like him, but he's just not really that good at what he does. Yeah, so we have that, right? He's followed by a lot of business people. Let's see what kind of suggestions. Gary Vaynerchuk's followed by a lot of business people. Jim Rohn is a good one, right? So then we go, let's do that. And then we'll exclude, actually, we don't even have to do that. We can kind of just leave it like that. We can exclude. I want to exclude, we could do, yeah, okay. I'm not going to do this in exclusion, but I'm going to do it in here. But we could do income, top 10%. We could do work. Yeah, it's not working. Why did that just go off? Damn it. Trying to do work, job titles, president. No, I don't want vice president. Well, you could do like entrepreneur, like owner or something. But I want to do top 10 income, and then I want to do some sort of, I don't know why this keeps kicking off here. Facebook ads. The one problem with Facebook ads is that their ads manager is a little quirky sometimes. Owner. Nope. Entrepreneur is not going to work. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. Did that go in there? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have like a really, really good audience, right? So it's not amazing, but it's good enough. Oh no, we still have 48 million people. That's huge. So I mean, but that's basically how I'm going to do it. Like I'm going to narrow it down by like that way. If I can't find some sort of company to target. Now the other thing too, which is important to get rid of these guys here. I'll show you one other way to do targeting. That's the easiest way to do it. Okay, that's the best way to do it in my opinion. You can also target one at a time and then just duplicate your ads. You could do that too, or duplicate your ad sets. Sorry. The other thing too is like Yellow Book. Let's see if they come up. No, they don't either. That sucks. My Facebook ad guy knows how to get like all these things that are not searchable in here. I don't really know how to do it, but anything that has like anything that's like business related. So you could do like Entrepreneur Magazine. I know they come up. Yeah, like entrepreneurship, and then but what you have to do is you have to add the second level, right? Or the second layer. So you're gonna add job titles, and then did we do owner before? Yeah, that one didn't work. Entrepreneurship. I have no idea why this is not working. There we go. Spelled it wrong. Okay, so we have an entrepreneur and entrepreneurship, and then you just narrow it down, right? Then you do like income levels or whatever. That would be the easiest way to do it. And then again, all the other stuff is exactly the same. What I just showed you, it's like literally exactly the same. Okay, so $5 a day to start. There's no reason to spend more than $5 a day on an ad ever. Well, not ever, but in the beginning, there's no reason to spend more than $5 a day. So that's what you would spend on the ad, and then that's pretty much it. All right, so that is how you run ads for your business. And I'm not a big fan of that, by the way. Like, I think that you should, if you don't have 25 clients, don't run ads. Don't run ads. If you don't have 25 clients, your power base ain't beat up yet. If you don't have 25 clients, you didn't do the business builder post enough. Right? And I'm going to show you that here in a second. But if you didn't do that, then you didn't do it enough. All right, so let's do some Q&A for this session. And then we're at the end of module 3. We have one more to go, which is outsourcing and scaling with automation. That is one more. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and then we'll finish that up. And then we'll do, that's the last session. And then the last module. And then we'll do a quick Q&A, and then that is it. We will be going for 7 or 8 hours, I guess, like I told you guys in the beginning. What happens if there's no ads available when you search? Walter, this is recorded, yes. No ads meaning what, Lou? Oh, you're talking about like when you're trying to model somebody else's ad? Okay, so give me an example of what you're talking about, and then I'll be able to help you. If you give me an example of like specifically what you're trying to look for, I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, so South Africa chiropractor. Michael, against the law in New Hampshire. This whole program is amazing. Thank you, Bill. That's awesome. I'm glad you're liking it. No, hopping on a webinar in New Hampshire and while you're when you're in the car is not illegal. I don't think. Just put it in your little like thing. I mean, don't risk your life to listen to me. I'm not that important. Or don't risk anyone else's life either. But like if you put it in your, is it really illegal? I thought it was only illegal, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong, Walt. I'm not a lawyer. Believe me, trust me. I'm really not. Promise. But I always thought like if it's illegal to talk on the phone and it's illegal to text. But if I have like a video or something playing on my little clip in my dashboard, as long as I'm not like sitting there watching the video, if it's just playing in the background, like I'm okay. I thought, and again, I could be wrong, but I thought that it was okay. But if you're afraid of it, don't do it. Last thing I want you to do is get ticket. Okay, so chiropractor in South Africa, Lewis. First things first, we have to understand this. We have to be on the same page. All of us, we all have to like agree with this. This is a fact. This is not an opinion. This is a fact. Okay. People buy stuff for the same reasons. Period. That's it. People buy stuff for the same reasons. The product doesn't matter. This is like non-negotiable. The product doesn't matter. People buy stuff for the same reasons. The reason why I'm telling you that, Lewis, is because you specifically said South Africa chiropractor. The South Africa part doesn't matter. What matters is what are chiropractors doing on Facebook and that are getting them results, right? So find any chiropractor that's been running an ad for like a month and you're onto something. Find 2 or 3 and find the pattern and you're onto something. I don't care if they're from California, if they're from Kenya, if they're from Canada, or if they're from South Africa. It doesn't matter. Human nature and psychology is human nature and psychology, okay? I'm not saying we're all the same because we're not. We have different DNA, we have different genetics, we have different makeups and all that kind of stuff. But our psychology is the same. We react to the same things. We all want a status boost. We all want an experience increase. We all want those things. And that's why we move. We move, like Tony Robbins said it years ago, we all move away from pain and towards pleasure for some reason, right? That's what we do. And that's true in South Africa. It's true in Detroit. It's true in New York City. It's true in Canada. It's true in Florida. True all over the world. So what works in Florida is going to work in South Africa. Now, with that said, before everybody freaks out, with that said, the language patterns are going to be different, right? So you may have to work in your own language pattern in South Africa because that might be different than it is in Florida. And that's true for the United States as well. If I run an ad in New York, that ad might not work it's still going to work, but that ad might not work as well in Alabama, right? If I run an ad for a company in Texas, that might not work as well in Washington, D.C. I may have to change the wording and what I call the texture of the ad for it to work as well for different demographics and different locations, right? And demographics really doesn't matter. It's more of the location, right? Because in New York, we talk differently than people in Texas do. And that's true on the phone too. Like if I call someone in Texas, it's not going to be, hey, this is Kenny from XYZ Marketing Company out in New York. Can you hear me okay? That's not how it's going to be. If I call someone who's 85 years old, I'm not going to open it up like that. If I call someone who's 20 years old, I'm not going to say, hey, this is Kenny from XYZ Marketing Company out in New York. Can you hear me okay? That's an 85-year-old call, right? So the greatest salesmen in the world, they adapt to the situation. They're not high and crazy or low and slow. They adapt to the situation. The same thing is true with Facebook ads all across the world. You have to adapt to where you are and the demographics you're trying to sell to. So, I don't know. This is I'm like the least politically correct person in the world. I just like say stuff. I don't really pay attention to it. I just talk and like it is what it is, right? You have to understand that the things that I'm saying, it's not to be mean. It's not to like hate on people. Like I have no problem with anybody. Like I love everybody, right? I don't really care like what other people say. Like everybody's cool to me. Gay, straight, black, white, Korean, Asian, whether you're shooting bow and arrows in your backyard, you're killing squirrels. Like I love everyone. I don't really care, right? As long as you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. With that said, though, I don't think it's wrong to say my ad copy is going to be different if I'm running an ad for a hip hop store in Harlem as opposed to a country music store in Nashville. Like, I don't think that's wrong to say that. That's just human nature, right? Now, the people on the news will call me like a crazy, like David Duke guy or something, but that's our job. That's like literally what we do for a living as marketers. Our job is to say, okay, here's my audience. Here's the demographic. Here's what they like. Here's what they don't like. Here's what they talk about. Here's how they talk. Here's how they present themselves. Now, how do I speak their language so that they understand the message I'm trying to get across? That's not wrong. That's just life, right? So when you're looking at it, the reason why I'm telling you that is because when you're looking at a chiropractor ad in Florida, you may see that ad, and that ad may work in South Africa, but the demographic is different. The language pattern is different. The way that you say words is different. So you're going to have to adapt to where you are in order for that to work. Okay? So just so you understand that. Not that I really care, because I don't, but I hope I didn't offend too many people with that. I really don't care though at all, because it's the truth. And people fight with me about that all the time, like literally all the time. Yes, right. Tony just said it. Culture, right? It's not about like treating people negatively or differently or whatever. It's about the fact that we have, as marketers, we have to adapt to, like, think about this, right? And I always use this example, no matter where I am, like no matter what the demographics are that I'm talking to, like nobody really cares because they know that I'm just telling them like it is, and it is what it is. Think about this. Let's say I ran an ad for a hip hop store in Harlem, right? Or Brooklyn, like in New York, where I'm from. I'm not from New York City, but like in this state. And the title, like the headline started off with, "Howdy, y'all." And the guy in the picture had a cowboy hat on. Like, I understand being politically correct, but you're just a freaking idiot if you don't realize that that is not going to work for that offer. It's just not. It's just not going to work. Right? So you just can't do that. If you're running an ad for a bail bondsman and you put a picture of a 85-year-old woman sitting on her porch with a cup of tea in a rocking chair reading the Bible, that's not going to work. That's not wrong to say. It's just not going to work. You have to adapt to the audience that you're marketing to. That's just life. That's just the way it is. Could be funny and catch them up. No, that is true. Basic NLP. Imitate the audience. Jeff, I couldn't have said it better myself, and you're 100% right. I could not have said it myself. Imitate the audience that you want to engage, right? And I don't listen. It's not about not liking people or treating people differently. It's just about getting the message across in a way that everyone can relate to. That's what it's about. It's about making their experience the best it possibly can be. All right, know your audience. Yep. Know the market. Yes, exactly. Tom said, could be funny and catch them off guard. Yeah, that is true if that's the angle that you're going for. And that could work, right? But again, it's not like, it's just different. If that's your strategic angle as a marketer, I get it. But most of the time it's like, I don't want to offend anybody, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to make sure that there's, like a man, a woman, a black person, white person, Spanish person, Asian person, like all the different like representations of the world are in my ad because I don't want to offend anybody. That's just ridiculously stupid. Like, don't ever do that. That's dumb. I don't care if people say whatever they want to say about me. It doesn't matter. My job is to make businesses money, and that doesn't work. So that's stupid. But you're right. If there is an ad that you can run that is like almost like mocking something, right? Like where you would run an ad for for a hip hop store in Harlem, and you would do the cowboy hat thing with the howdy y'all thing, and you're kind of like mocking something, that would probably work. But you would have to do that in a strategic way, not in a way where you're saying, well, you know, there's nothing wrong with me putting a cowboy guy in Harlem because everybody's the same and everyone's equal. Blah, blah. No, then that's just stupid. I mean, that's just dumb. All right, so the whole point of that little rant was you could find the ad in Florida. You can use the same chiropractor ad in South. The hell was it now? I totally forgot. South Africa, sorry. South Africa. But you have to watch the language patterns because the culture is different. As long as the language pattern is good, then we're good. All right, end of module 3. Yes, the pattern interrupt with an urban cowboy. You totally do that too, Jeff. All right, so in module 4, we're going to be going over how to achieve time freedom and scaling with automation and outsourcing. Guys, want a couple minutes, or you want to? Well, how about we come back at 6 and we finish this up? All right, we got about an hour left, so we come back at 6. We finish it up. I'll give you guys 5 minutes, and we will meet 4 minutes, and we will meet back here at 6 o'clock. We'll finish this up. We got 1 hour left, approximately.